Hi, welcome to another edition of SOJ Dudu Television. It's my pleasure to share with you this week another topic, and this week we'll be looking at networking. Networking comes from the word, two words actually, net and work. Net, connecting, net, work. No wonder many people don't network well, because there's work involved. It's not easy to network, but it has huge benefit. And I will share some of the benefits with you today and even how to go about networking. Come with me. And I'll be addressing the topic networking simply by answering a few questions. What is networking? Why do we need to network? Where do you network? Is networking easy? Then I'll wrap up with 4 tips that, if adhered to, would help you network a lot better. So let's start with the first question. What really is networking? Networking is that process where you establish professional or business contacts with people you meet through social interactions. So it's a significant relationship. Now, why do you network? You network because networking grows your influence. And influence is leadership. Leadership is influence. So the better you are at networking, the more significant and effective you will be as a leader, and the more you will accomplish. Also, networking is a perfect way to establish business contacts and contacts that will help you in one way or the other through life, in whatever endeavor you find yourself in. Where do you network? Oh, you network in various places. At all student meetings, which most people don't go for. Oh, you're missing out a great deal. Yes, the frequent refrain is, oh, I have not made it yet. When I arrive, I'll go to all student meetings. No, you don't have to have arrived. And really, your motive and your focus is what matters, not what everybody is doing or saying or why they go there. Basically, you want to establish contacts, professional and business contacts, that you can leverage on over time. So please, go to all student meetings. Also in churches, in mosques, in religious places. Oh yes, you network there as well. Now for a lot of people, all you do at religious places is just know people at face value. At best, you know their first name, nothing more about each other. No. When I talk about the 4 tips, you'll find out what you need to do at such places. But yes, you network at religious places. Through the various transport medium, whether you're going in public transport, or you're going by air, or train, tube, or just taking a walk on the road, as frequently as possible, right? You network at such places as well. Now, other places to network are professional associations and bodies, right? You should register and be part of the professional associations and organizations that your certification actually features in. You also network through your colleagues at work. A lot of people, their refrain is, oh, I'm only here to work. I don't need to do more than that. No. You need to network even through your colleagues, because you don't know who your colleague knows. You don't know where they've been. You don't know what contacts they have that can be of value to you. So you network through your colleagues. You network at events, the weddings, the naming ceremonies, the birthday parties, and what have you, right? Including company events. So don't just go there and just eat and drink and wine and dance only. Consciously network. Try to establish contacts, business and professional contacts. And again, I'll show you how to do that as I round up in a little while, giving you 4 critical tips. Final place you network, in my view, well, not final as final, but one other good place to network, in my view, is at trainings. Oh yes, go for as many trainings as possible, right? Some are even free. And when you get there, in addition to just getting the value from the teaching that you get there, right? At tea breaks, at lunch breaks, make conscious efforts to network, to get to know the people around you better. Now, they may not be anybody in quotes now, but you don't know who the people you come across on a daily basis or through these places I've mentioned would be tomorrow, next year, in the next 5, 10 years, when you are likely to meet them. Another good place to network if you ask me, is social media, particularly LinkedIn, for professional contacts. Right. Now, if you're networking on LinkedIn, however, especially if you want to connect to someone of significance, right, what you need to do is just like their pages or their handle, and try and follow them for a while. Like practically everything that they share. Don't comment all the time, but just get involved in what they do. And after a while, maybe two weeks or thereabout, then you can drop a comment and make an intelligent comment though, or send them a DM. Acknowledge what they're doing out there that you appreciate, that has drawn them to you. But don't ask for anything. Don't ask for anything. And leave it at that. Give it another 1 week or another 2 weeks. Again, comment on what they may have shared or posted, or send them another DM of appreciation for what they're doing. And after about 4 weeks to 6 weeks, you can then inbox them a DM. And again, appreciating them for what they're doing out there. And at that time, remember, this is after about 4 to 6 weeks, you can then request for an opportunity to meet with them, because you'd like to benefit from their valuation out there, and what they're doing out there that you believe will benefit you, or see what value you can add to their own business or what they're doing out there. In fact, that works better. So rather than seeking or asking, even after 4 to 6 weeks, find out what value you can add to them and send them a DM. And then I can assure you, you will get that appointment, and gradually you begin to build a network through such people. Now, 4 critical tips as I round up that I believe if you establish and practice will grow your network significantly. One is, remember, networking is basically established through social means. So, be social, make yourself visible, go out there. Oh, I'm a typically shy person by nature, but I've learned the skills over time, and I just network so easily and move around, and it has enhanced my people skills. Something else you do when you go out and interact with people is try and get noticed. And one good way to get noticed is what you wear. Try to wear something that stands out, something that can make it easier for people to want to approach you and establish some communication. For example, it could just be as simple as this brooch that I'm wearing. Right, it stands out on my outfit and my jacket, as it is. Sometimes it could be a face cap, it could be the colors you're wearing, it could be your shoe, it could be your socks, it could be a wristwatch, but something that stands out. Because usually in public places there'll be a lot of people. So try to wear something that makes you notice. Another good tip I'll add is try and have a welcoming look when you're in public places. A smile, or just a welcoming look. Something that says, oh, you can talk to me. Because sometimes people want to interact with you, but if your demeanor and presentation is offensive and closed up, nobody will walk up to you. And at public places, some people just don't know what to do and what to say, or how to establish even a communication or start a conversation. It's not that difficult. Just ask the other person a few questions. Questions like, after introducing yourself, for example, your name, obviously it's very likely the other person will also introduce themselves. And you could then ask a question like, where did you go to school? Where have you worked? What are you doing right now that is you consider significant or important? Those are conversation starters. And you'll find out by the time the person answers any of these questions, chances are you'll find something both of you have in common. And then that begins to bridge the gap. And conversation starts. And the networking then grows from there. Just yesterday I arrived to Lagos from a short trip. And right at the airport, while waiting for my luggage to come out, right, there was a gentleman who just walked up to me. Again, I was wearing something that stood out. I had a tie on that was pretty catchy, and also my brooch. Not this one, another brooch. Just walked up to me and said, oh, lovely brooch. How are you, sir? And I answered back and introduced myself. And I followed up with a question. Oh, where did you just arrive from? And by the time the person mentioned where they've arrived from, it's a place I plan to visit in the next 2 days. And I'm like, oh, I go there frequently. I have an office there. One person was like, oh, we're actually trying to establish some business in that town. It would be nice to talk to you later. I need to share some experience you have had in that neighborhood. And we went on and spoke for almost 20 minutes on things that were mutually beneficial to both of us. Again, see, my brush, my appearance, got the person to approach me, and then I quickly followed through. Oh, where are you coming from? Where did you arrive from? And that opened up other discussions that we may just have missed. And I've established another network that way. Again, I thank you, the growing SOJ Ludo television community. Right. If this topic this week, networking, has been of any value to you, please drop a comment. I'd like to hear from you. Also, please share your own experience at networking. What has worked, what has not worked for you. And should you require my services as a personal coach or to help your business grow, you can contact me through the email that you see scrolling on the screen or my website. I look forward to hearing from you. And until next week, when we share another topic, that will be provided by one of the growing members of the SOJ television community. I say thank you, and I wish you the best compliments of the season. Bye.